Hello, this is Hui. Welcome to watch my video. Working with a cloud service is really hot in recent days. In a couple of previous video, we made a demonstration how to set up and working with Amazon AWS DynamoDB Cloud NoSQL database service. In this short video, we are going to make a demonstration how to set up a connection to AWS Lambda on Linux. So AWS Lambda service is very popular these days. So AWS Lambda is an event-driven serverless computing platform provided by Amazon as part of Amazon Web Service. So the characteristics of Lambda is it's simply building a smaller on-demand application that responsive to the event. So it's a smaller on-demand application service which is responsive to the event. So Amazon Lambda is free until the 1 million requests per month. So it's almost free for developer as a platform for developers. So here on the Amazon AWS Manager Console, to set up connection for the Linux, first we have to go to IAM. And in previous video, once we demonstrated how to connect to the Amazon DynamoDB web service, we have to create a group and we have create a user. So we download the user certificate confidential CSV file, and we made setup on Linux. So in this case, because our group, and if you look at the service, we only have one service, it's my DynamoDB table player access service. So in order to making this my user to be able to work with Lambda, first we have to create a policy. So we go to the policies and click the policy, create a policy, and we choose the service, and we just type the so we just choose this service policy is for the service is the Lambda, and for the access level, and if you are the cloud admin, you can have policy to create alias, create delete alias, and delete functions, create functions, etc. So for simple, we just enable all Lambda actions, and here on the resource, and if you have to limit it for particular resource, can put add ARN to there. So in here you can specify which ARN can be used for this policy, and for example, we just select all the resources, and we just say review policies, and we have to give a name. I call the my Lambda all policies. So I call them my Lambda access all policies, and this is my policy. Just give a description. This is my Lambda access all service policy. So that means it's create policy. So after we create this policy, we simply just go to group go to my group and attach policy, and which policy we're going to attach? My Lambda access policy. So we create attach policies. So right now my group can access both Lambda DynamoDB and Lambda, both DynamoDB and the Lambda service. So now after we did this, we can just go to the Lambda, and because Lambda is on-demand service, we need to create functions. So here we just create one simple function. It's by default called hello world. So this function typically simply just a response is a status code. We just say 200, and the body is hello from the Lambda. Is Hui test. So after say we just make a change, and we just create a deploy, and if we want you want to test in console, and just create an event. We already created an event, we just call the hello world, and we just click on the button test. So now test come here. The test has three parts. First part is the response, which is this function response. This is the function response, and we return this response. Second part is the request ID. This is our request ID, and the third part is the function log. So after we made the request, they tell you which what the request start, which version, and this is the request, and end of request ID, start request ID, end of request ID, and what time duration, and build duration, and all this information, right? So this is the tester. Now let's go back to our Linux. So this is our Linux terminal, because we already made a setup using the AWS. So last time we already made the setup, so and set up the key and the security key and the region. So the region is very used is US East 2, because that's the close one to me, and we just able to test from using our AWS command line. So we go to use AWS. So what service we try? Lambda, and INVOKE manual function name. So our function is called hello world. And manual output, and the format we call the JSON, and we call the hello world dot JSON, and let's try run. So that looks like we successfully, and there's manual LTR. So you can see we got our hello world JSON VI. So this hello world JSON, what we got is a status code 200, and the body is hello world. It's a Hui test. That's what the function we got successfully. And if we want to check retrieve the log information as what when we test start. This is the first part we got. If we wanted to just check the trace this part, we can use the command like this. So this is AWS Lambda invoke. Function name is the hello world. Out is the log type with the trail, the bottom, and the query is the log result. And the format is text, and then we just base 64 and just put it into the file called people.log. So let's try run this. Okay. Let's try to see what's the people.log. Let's see what's out. So out is the JSON file, what we got. And the log is people.log. The people.log, we got a start request ID and the version and the end of request ID and the report request exactly same as we got this part, this log, and the hello, this is Hui. Thanks to watch my video. Hopefully this is useful, enjoyable. It's going to be great to have your feedback. Thank you.